Hello again from Metro Manila, the Philippines, Southeastern Asia. Here is my summary of the news headlines, selective summary of them, on the Reuters news agency's website for November the 15th, 2018. As always, I declare at the outset of this news video that I do not intend to infringe on any copyrights with it. British Prime Minister Theresa May battles to save Brexit deal and her job. After 2,000 miles, they crossed the US border, then tragedy struck. Explainer: how does a leadership challenge to a conservative British Prime Minister work? Exclusive: at the United Nations climate talks, Trump team plans sideshow on coal. Exclusive: United States troop levels at Mexico border likely at peak, according to commander. Saudi Arabia seeks death penalty in the Khashoggi murder case. United Nations still sees big risks in Syria despite a lull in northwest. Sri Lanka without prime minister and cabinet grinds to political halt. French President Emmanuel Macron braces for motorists to revolt on France's highways. As India eases citizenship path for Hindus, Rohingya Muslims fear expulsion. Highlights: British ministers quit over draft Brexit deal, pound and bank stocks tumble. Upset over fish, France leads European Union criticism of the draft Brexit deal. Political chaos inflicts fresh injury on British financial services. Swedish centrist party's leader, Ms. Annie Lööf, is to lead government talks amid political deadlock. In the September 2018 Swedish parliamentary elections, the center-right and center-left alliances received approximately an equal number of seats, with the populist right-wing strongly Eurosceptic, strongly anti-Islam and largely anti-immigrant Sweden Democrats holding the balance of power. And because the other parliamentary parties refuse to enter the same government with the party which is strongly in the third place in parliament with about 62 seats out of 349, and because there are still these bloc thoughts which would prevent, for example, the Social Democrats and moderates or center-rightists from being in the same government, it's difficult to form a new one. In Sweden, there is a so-called negative parliamentary system. In other words, as long as a majority of the 349 members of parliament do not oppose an incoming prime minister, then he or she will be able to form the government and will stay in power until he or she either loses a vote of confidence in the parliament or resigns, or then if the new elections then deal such a heavy defeat for the prime minister that he or she cannot under any reasonable circumstances form a new government. Tanzania loses Denmark aid over human rights concerns after World Bank scraps loan. Saudi-led coalition halts Hodeidah assault as the West presses for Yemen ceasefire, according to sources. Draft Brexit deal ends Britain's easy access to EU financial markets. Saudi Crown Prince has absolutely nothing to do with the Khashoggi murder, according to the foreign minister. Pakistan Prime Minister orders probe after policeman found dead in Afghanistan. Morocco inaugurates Africa's fastest train. 4 Malawian UN peacekeepers killed in Congo, according to the Malawi Defense Force. Explainer: unraveling the Boeing 737 MAX Lion Air crash. After cabinet backing, May girds for Brexit battle in the British Parliament. The British Prime Minister May could be replaced in weeks rather than months, according to Rees-Mogg. Financier of Islamic State paid money to rebel group in eastern Congo, according to a report. The German government declares that they belong or they are part of the way toward an orderly Brexit. Yeah, more specifically, the German Foreign Minister, Mr. Heiko Maas. U.S. envoy for Iran warns EU banks firms against non-dollar Iran trade. Advisor to Turkey's Erdogan says Saudi Arabia is trying to cover up the Khashoggi murder.